everyone, welcome back to Tech-tastic. The first time I've uploaded in 4 months, and you haven't seen this scooter in about a year now, and I've owned it for about a year, so it's time for our 1-year ownership review. I have some complaints, I have some compliments, and it's still going, as you can see. This thing has taken a beating in the last year. I have not been nice to it. I down here in this field, four-wheeler trail, nice and smooth at least, but it is off-roading. It does do okay on this hard-packed dirt, it's like solidized mud. It does okay here, but it's taken a beating even on the pavement. The roads around here are so rough. That front tire is just making some awful noises. It is still riding though. The battery life seems to still be great, 100% charge. It seems to still want to go, 7 to 10 miles depending on the hills that I take. Another major problem is I've found that the tread is completely gone in a year with only I'd say less than 300 miles. Another thing I found is that the app has stopped working for this scooter. My phone will detect it for a Bluetooth device, but the app won't. So I can't see the odometer and I can't control any lights from my phone. No big deal, I guess. But problem number 2 would be the super noisy tire. It moves up and down I don't think it's supposed to, but it makes an awful clunking sound. We're going to take you for a ride back on the pavement eventually. All the lights still seem to work. The biggest problem I found now is the brakes. Brakes are completely shot in the rear. I've got nothing. You can squeeze them, the light still works and everything, but you get nothing. There's no stopping you whatsoever, so I rely on the front motor brake, which is the left trigger, and then this is acceleration, and there is no brake left back there. I think the pads are already shot, which after a year and only 250 to 300 miles shouldn't happen. I also lost the little USB port cover right here. Where are we? Right there. Very bright out. I can't see my phone. We lost that. Don't know what happened to that. And the rattle, which if you happen to watch the last video, the fender in the back here was rattling really bad, and it's back. I replaced it with one that MicroGo sent me, and the rattle's right back within a couple months. So I'm just living with it. Otherwise than that, it's like I said, it's taken a beating. It's done well. It's lived a good life. I am just about ready to upgrade to one with suspension. I've got the funds to do it, and I think this one is just almost time to retire it. It's like I said, starting to make a lot of noise. The charger actually got blown up. So I was very thankful that the scooter survived. The charger protected it. Our house got hit by lightning, and it blew up quite a bit of chargers and stuff that were plugged in, and we lost the TV. Anyway, the scooter was protected by the charger, so that is a plus, just for the record, I guess. Otherwise, I don't really have much to report. The battery, like I said, is still going good. The screen hasn't burnt out. I don't know if you can see it, but the screen hasn't burnt out at all or anything. It's just flickering because it's an LCD on the phone. The light still works in the back. All the side lights, I think you can see them. All the side lights still work. It's just that noise in the front and the brakes. That's my main concerns. The grips haven't worn out at all. These little grips here on the throttle and brake have worn slightly. The throttle more so, but to be expected. It's just a piece of rubber on there. The brake handle, I did take a wipe out on it, so you can see it's got a pretty big scratch on it there, but no big deal. The footboard has held up very, very well. All the rubber little 3-pointed thingies there, they all look like they're in good shape. The wording is even still on there, which I'm impressed by. I haven't even folded it all summer. It just sits in the garage with a battery charger on it. The fender has a few dings and scratches in it. The light, still in great shape. It's also been replaced by MicroGo. And there's the brake system, which is completely gone. Basically, I have no brakes. The brake rotor seems to be in good shape. I think it's the pads or the caliper isn't squeezing anymore, something like that. The back tires treads are almost as bad as the front, not quite as bad, but they're somewhat there on the side. And I tell you, without that tread, it's very, very slippery, even on the dry pavement sometimes. When it's raining out, or has rained, I don't even go anymore. It's just too dangerous. Out here on the sand, there's a couple wet spots, and it's pretty gnarly. So this is my 1-year ownership update with the MicroGo M5. I do want to take you on the road, see if I can get that clunking noise on camera. So let's roll. Tried again to get the camera to pick up that noise, and it just wouldn't. Couldn't hear the front tire making that clunking noise. So pretty much gonna wrap this up right about here. Like we said, got the tire tread, tire noise bouncing up and down. Brakes are gone. Tread on the back tire's gone. Lost the little USB cover right there. Otherwise than that, it's still going strong, and I hope to keep riding it for a little bit longer. Maybe get a new one next year, but I don't know. I haven't used this one nearly as much as I did last year, this year. So that's going to about wrap it up for the MicroGo M5. I don't know if you'll ever see it again on the channel, but I guess we can bid our farewells, or you can bid your farewells. So this has been Tech-tastic. You guys have a good day.